Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Tonight we wrap a busy... Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the side.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go back here on 2nd. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now it's Carson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2nd down and 8. Now a give right side. Carson.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. This is Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question,
and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Jackson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Jackson now. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them the lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Understandable, we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
And he spins through. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down now, it's Carson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. That is incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, Jackson toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Fant on the right side. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up a throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Kenny Golladay leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field.
All right, we will save. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 29, Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Fant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Again, he targets Kupp, and this time he's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
What's up, man?
Back to throw again.
Just something like kid.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Can you do the same?
They'll try and run for this with
When you
Akers.
get a chance.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
Yay.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short,
Thanks.
definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Cody Barton there to bring him down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Chris Jones now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and they can't bring him down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Well, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Joseph's got it.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got Fuller. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, Jackson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Jackson.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
So indeed they did keep it on the ground, but now it's 4th down, so this one's maybe not quite.
It's still their ally, though, so just no panic here. Let it run all the way down.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught here by Metcalf. Jackson.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Rams are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Los Angeles, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.